The wallpaper's peeling. Smells like decades of cigarette smoke they tried to cover with industrial lemon cleaner. Failed. You can still taste it in the back of your throat, that acrid tang that says someone gave up here before you. I'm sitting on a bed that squeaks when I breathe. My laptop is open, blue light washing over my face like a corpse in a morgue. The glow burns my retinas. I haven't blinked in 4 minutes. My name is Marcus Webb. Was Marcus Webb? Hard to say now. I'm staring at the screen. San Francisco Chronicle. Online obituaries section. The cursor blinks. Steady. Mechanical. Like a heartbeat that doesn't care if you're alive or dead. You know what a ghost accountant is? We're the ones who fix books that officially don't exist. We reconcile transactions that can't be spoken about in depositions. We make $14 million in embezzled funds look like consulting fees, depreciation, capital restructuring. We're the people who turn blood money into quarterly earnings. The obit has my photo, my real photo, the one from my LinkedIn I took 3 years ago when I still thought this job was legitimate. We're invisible by design, until we're not. I scroll. Read my own death notice. Marcus Webb, 34, passed unexpectedly on February 7th. Survived by no immediate family. Private services. In lieu of flowers, donations to the American Heart Association. I don't have a heart condition. I run 4 miles every morning. 6-minute mile pace. 8 steel-cut oats this morning at 6:47 a.m. I know because I logged it. I log everything. That's what accountants do. We track, we record, we document. The laptop hums, fan working overtime. Sounds like a dying breath, over and over. That's the problem with being a ghost accountant. Eventually, someone decides your final account is due. I close the laptop. The room goes dark except for the neon motel sign outside. It flickers. Red, off, red, off. The light bleeds through the curtain like a wound that won't close. 3 days ago, I was worth $240,000 a year plus benefits. Today, I'm worth whatever's in this prepaid Visa card I bought at a 7-Eleven, $1,473, minus the $89 for this room. I lean back. The bed springs scream. I'm documenting this because I might not be around to see the end of the ledger. If you want to see the final account of guys like the one who did this to me, you need to stay with me. Help me keep the records alive. Hit subscribe. Make sure this story doesn't disappear like I'm about to. Let me tell you how I got here. 72 hours earlier, Helios Capital Management, $10.3 billion in assets under management, offices in 7 countries, floor-to-ceiling windows, financial district. Everything is glass and chrome and the color of money. And me, 6 floors below the executive suites, in a server room they call the vault. The hum is constant here. It's not just sound, it's physical. You feel it in your teeth, in your sternum. Server fans spinning at 7,200 RPM, HVAC pumping chilled air at 64 degrees to keep the machines from overheating. The white noise of wealth being moved at the speed of light. The air tastes metallic, like copper, like blood. That's what recycled air does when it's been circulating through the same room for 12 years. I'm at my desk, triple monitor setup. The left screen shows market indices. The middle screen shows the ledger. The right screen shows my email. 17 unread. I'll get to them never. My coffee is from this morning, 6:15 a.m., 8 hours ago. It's cold now. There's a film on top, that oily shimmer you get when coffee dies. I drink it anyway. Tastes like rust and regret. The bitterness coats my tongue. Doesn't matter. Caffeine is caffeine. My job is pattern recognition. I look for anomalies, recurring decimals that shouldn't recur, payments that hit on federal holidays when banks are closed, invoices from vendors that share IP addresses with shell corporations in the Caymans. I'm running the quarterly audit, not the one they'll show the board, the real one, the one that shows where the bodies are buried. The screen fills with data, green text, black background, phosphorescent glow. My eyes hurt. I've been staring at numbers for 11 hours straight. That's when I see it. Account 709-B. I click. The account history loads. Takes 3 seconds. The hard drive whirs. Mechanical sympathy. The sound of secrets being pulled from storage. monthly transfers. $4,166,666.67 every month for 11 years. The precision is beautiful, terrifying. That repeating decimal, the kind of number that doesn't happen by accident. $50 million a year, paid to someone named Thomas Brennan, classified under executive compensation, deferred. I run the name, cross-reference with HR records. The database query takes 14 seconds. I count them. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. The server room hum gets louder, or maybe it's just my heartbeat. Original co-founder, Helios Capital's technical architect, the one who built the proprietary trading algorithm that made the first billion, the genius, the myth. His employee file loads. There's a red flag, literally, a red banner across the top. Deceased, September 14th, 2014. Dead for over a decade, still getting paid. I feel it in my chest. That squeeze, the one you get when you know you just stepped on a landmine and you're waiting for the click. I'm looking at $50 million a year moving to a dead man's account. The cursor's hovering over the X. I could close this tab right now, go back to my normal audit, pretend I never saw it, keep my $240,000 salary, keep my apartment, keep breathing, or I could click deeper. If you found $50 million moving to a dead man, would you close the tab and keep your salary, or would you click? Tell me the truth in the comments, because I need to know if I'm the only one stupid enough to choose the truth over survival. My phone buzzes. The vibration rattles against the desk. Sounds like a wasp dying in a jar. Text from Richard Voss, my mentor, the man who hired me, the man who taught me how to make numbers disappear. Come to my office now. I stare at the message. The timestamp says 9:47 p.m. I didn't tell him I was working late. I didn't tell him I found anything, but he knows. I screenshot the account, send it to my personal encrypted email, the one they don't monitor. I hope. Then I delete my browser history, clear the cache, wipe the temp files, the digital equivalent of burning the evidence while keeping the ashes. I stand. The floor is silent except for the servers. Everyone else went home hours ago. The smart ones. The ones who don't ask questions. In accounting, we talk about the final account. It's the last reconciliation, the moment when everything has to balance. Assets, liabilities, life, death. The ledger closes. The books seal. You can't make any more entries. I walk to the elevator. My footsteps echo on polished concrete. The sound is hollow. Final. I press 42. Executive floor. I didn't know it yet, but I just opened mine. The elevator rises, my stomach drops. The cables creak, steel against steel. The sound of tension, the sound of something about to snap. Richard Voss's office is great. View of the Bay Bridge. At night, it looks like a necklace of lights stretched across black water. Beautiful, cold. Richard is at his desk. He's 58, silver hair, perfectly cut, Rolex Submariner on his wrist, $18,000 watch. I know because I've reconciled his expenses. He brings single malt scotch at 9 p.m. like it's a vitamin. Macallan 25, $1,200 a bottle. The office smells like leather and old money. The kind of smell that says people have been making decisions that ruin lives in this room for decades. Marcus, sit. I sit. Leather chair, its size under my weight. Rich people's furniture makes noise when you're not rich enough. You've been running deep audits. Not a question, a statement. He already knows. It's quarterly review season. You found account 709. Silence. The kind that costs money, the kind that ends careers or lives. I don't answer. In negotiation, the first person to speak loses. Thomas Brennan, $50 million a year. He's been dead since 2014. Richard pours 2 glasses of scotch. The liquid glugs. Thick, expensive. He slides one across the desk to me. The glass is crystal, Waterford, catches the light, refracts it into tiny rainbows. I don't touch it. Thomas was the genius, Richard says. His voice is smooth, practiced. the voice of a man who's talked his way out of worse. Built the algorithm that made this company. He was also the liability. Paranoid, erratic, threatened to go public with some concerns about our early funding sources. So you killed him? Richard laughs. It's genuine. That's what makes it terrifying. Jesus, Marcus, no, heart attack. Very real, very convenient. 47 years old, collapsed in his home office, but the board had promised him a percentage. Legally binding, 10% of annual profits in perpetuity. His estate would have inherited. His estate was his brother. His brother is a federal prosecutor in Delaware. I stare at the scotch. Amber, the color of warnings you ignore. So we kept paying Thomas, on paper, routed it through offshore accounts, cycled it back through consulting fees, facility rentals, licensing agreements. The money never left. It just moved, like water, like ghosts. That's wire fraud, securities fraud. If the SEC, he interrupts, gentle, paternal. The SEC doesn't audit dead men, Marcus, and neither should you. He smiles. The smile doesn't reach his eyes. His eyes are empty. Accountant eyes, numbers-only eyes. Take the weekend off, Marcus. Clear your head. Go to Tahoe. Take that girl you've been seeing. What's her name? Jennifer? I haven't been seeing anyone. He knows that. He's showing me that he knows everything. We'll talk Monday, fresh start. I should have known then. When someone tells you to take a break in the middle of an audit, you're not getting a vacation. You're getting erased. The next morning starts normal. Too normal. I'm at Blue Bottle Coffee, morning rush. Everyone in North Face vests and AirPods. The espresso machine screams like it's being tortured. Steam hisses. Milk froths. The smell of dark roast and burning ambition. I order my usual. Cortado. No sugar. I tap my card. Decline the sound it makes. That little beep. Error tone. The sound of your life disconnecting. I check my balance on my phone. $127,000. Checking account. Same as yesterday. Same as it's been for 6 months. I tap again. Declined. The barista gives me that look. The one that says I'm holding up the line. The one that says I'm the problem. I pay cash. Walk out. The coffee tastes different now. Bitter. Afraid. Small thing. Could be a bank glitch. Could be fraud protection. Could be the first move in making someone disappear. I walk to my apartment. 3rd floor. The stairs creak under my feet. Old building. Everything makes noise. The door to my apartment is closed, locked. But the frame is wrong. 1/2 millimeter gap where there shouldn't be one. I've lived here 6 years. I know every scratch on that door, every paint chip, every imperfection. You don't survive as a ghost accountant without being observant. I push it open. Slow. Everything is exactly where I left it. Clean. Coffee maker on the counter. My running shoes by the door. But the air is wrong. Someone's been here. It's the smell. Cologne, not mine. Something expensive. Something Richard would wear. Tom Ford. Oud Wood. $350 for 50 milliliters. I know because I've seen it in his office. The scent lingers in the hallway. In the bedroom, by my desk. I check my laptop. Still on my desk. I boot it up. Check the login history. Last access, 11:47 p.m. Unknown IP. They cloned my drive. Remotely, while I was sleeping. My phone buzzes. Email. From HR. Subject, System Access Review. Dear Marcus, as part of our ongoing security protocols, your network credentials will be temporarily suspended for routine audit. Please contact IT if you have questions. Routine audit. They're cutting off my access, locking me out of the one place I could prove what I found. I grab my go bag. Every accountant has one. I keep it under the bed. Laptop, external drive, 3 months of encrypted backups, passport, cash, $8,000. The kind of money you save when you know the game is rigged. In financial forensics, we follow a simple rule. If they're trying to make you vanish, vanish faster. I leave the apartment. Don't lock the door. What's the point? Outside, the street is busy. Delivery trucks, pedestrians, Normal Tuesday morning in San Francisco. Black SUV, no plates, tinted windows, parked across the street. There are 2.3 million registered vehicles in San Francisco. 64% are sedans. SUVs account for 28%. Black SUVs with no visible plates? Statistical anomaly. The SUV pulls out, follows me, 2 car lengths back. I turn left. It turns left. I turn right. It turns right. My heart is beating in my ears. The sound of blood moving through arteries. The sound of survival instinct kicking in. I duck into a corner store, buy a pack of gum, wait. The SUV drives past, slow, hunting. I wait 3 minutes, exit through the back. Alley. Smells like garbage and piss. The smell of the city's final account. I need leverage. I need proof they can't delete. I find an internet cafe, one of the old ones, the kind drug dealers and hackers use. Cash only, no cameras. Smells like burnt toast and desperation. I pay for 2 hours. Corner booth. I log into my encrypted email, download the screenshot of account 709, then I dig deeper. Thomas Brennan's death certificate, filed in San Mateo County. Cause of death, myocardial infarction. Signed by Dr. Andrew Chen. I searched Dr. Chen. His medical license was revoked in 2016. Fraud, falsifying medical records, specifically death certificates for insurance payouts. Nothing is coincidence in accounting. Every number has a source. Every death has a signature. I pull corporate filings, Helios Capital's early investor list, SEC Form D, private placement memorandum. One name repeats, Sentinel Holdings, LLC, Delaware Corporation, registered agent, a P.O. box in Wilmington. I run the ownership chain. Sentinel Holdings is owned by another shell. That shell is owned by another. 6 layers deep, each one registered in a different jurisdiction. Cayman Islands, British Virgin Islands, Luxembourg. At the bottom, Thomas Brennan. He's not dead. He's a ghost, just like me. The money isn't fraud. It's hush money. $50 million a year to stay dead, to keep the algorithm secret, to never tell anyone where the first billion really came from. My phone rings. Unknown number. I answer. Marcus, we need to talk. Richard's voice, calm, measured. We already did. Where are you? I hang up. Pull the battery from my phone. Old school. Can't track what's not powered. I'm looking at a black SUV parked outside this cafe. Through the window. Still there. Waiting. If this was you, would you call the police or keep running? I need to know if I'm the only one who doesn't trust the sirens anymore. Because when you're an accountant, you know how much the police chief makes. You know who donates to the mayor's campaign. You know exactly how much it costs to make someone's complaint disappear. Drop your answer in the comments. I'm about to make a decision I can't take back. Time to run the final account. I open my laptop, start building a digital dead man switch. If I don't check in every 12 hours, everything I've found gets sent to 5 places. The SEC, the FBI, the San Francisco Chronicle, the IRS, and a .onion address on the dark web where whistleblower docs live forever. The beautiful thing about accounting is it's just math. You can't threaten math. You can't kill a spreadsheet. You can't make a blockchain disappear. I upload every file, transaction records, corporate filings, the forged death certificate, the payment history to a dead man, the shell company ownership chain, everything. Then I write a letter to myself, to whoever reads this if I don't make it. My name is Marcus Webb. If you're reading this, I'm dead, or worse. The following documents detail a decade-long fraud scheme at Helios Capital Management. Thomas Brennan, listed as deceased, has been receiving $50 million annually through account 709B. This is wire fraud, securities fraud, and conspiracy to commit tax evasion. The total estimated fraud, $547 million. I have reason to believe my death will be made to look accidental. It won't be. Follow the money. Always follow the money. I hit send, and then I do the thing that will either save me or kill me. I call Richard. We meet at Pier 39. My idea, public. Tourists everywhere. Street performers. The smell of clam chowder and seawater, salt and grease, the smell of things that don't last. Richard is alone, hands in his coat pockets. Cashmere, $3,200. I know because I filed the expense report. You look tired, Marcus. I am tired. I haven't slept in 36 hours. My hands are shaking, caffeine overdose, or fear. Hard to tell the difference anymore. I found Thomas Brennan, the real one. Richard's face doesn't change. That's how I know I'm right. There's no real Thomas. He died in 2014. He faked his death. You helped him. In exchange for what? A cut? Control of the algorithm? You're paranoid. I'm an accountant. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in patterns. And the pattern says you've been running a shell game for 11 years, paying a ghost to keep him quiet, using company funds to do it. The wind picks up. Cold. Ocean wind. Smells like fish and diesel. Richard steps closer. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to delete everything you found. You're going to resign. Health reasons. Stress. And you're going to take a very generous severance package. $3 million, offshore, untraceable. And if I don't, then you'll have a heart attack, just like Thomas. Very tragic, very sudden. You'll be found in your apartment. Coroner will sign off. Natural causes. You're 34. You run. You're healthy. No one will ask questions. That's when I knew. They'd already decided. My final account was closing. The ledger was balancing. I was the liability that needed to be written off. I sent everything to the SEC 2 hours ago. Every file, every transaction, and I built a dead man's switch. If I don't check in every 12 hours, it goes to the FBI, the press, the dark web, WikiLeaks, every journalist who ever wrote about corporate fraud. Richard's jaw tightens. First crack in the facade. You can kill me, but you can't kill the ledger. You're bluffing. I pull out my phone. Show him the encrypted email confirmation, the upload receipts, the dead man's switch activation code. I'm an accountant, Richard. We don't bluff, we balance. And I just balanced your books. Richard stares at me. Long moment. The tourists walk past, happy, oblivious, eating ice cream, taking photos, living lives that don't include federal crimes. You just destroyed your own life. I was already dead. You posted my obituary this morning. I just made it count. They'll come for you, not just me, the board, the investors, people you don't even know exist. Let them. I'll be a ghost by then. I walk away. Don't look back. That's the thing about being a ghost accountant. You're already invisible. Might as well haunt them. The internet cafe, one more time. I'm uploading the final file. The nuclear option, it's the source code. Thomas Brennan's algorithm, the one that made the first billion, the one they've kept secret for 14 years. I don't just send it to the SEC, I publish it, open source. GitHub, under a pseudonym, Creative Commons license. If they kill me, at least I killed their monopoly first. The upload takes 7 minutes. I watch the progress bar. Green, filling. The sound of the hard drive spinning. The sound of secrets becoming public. Upload complete. I lean back. The chair creaks. My spine pops. I haven't moved in 3 hours. Outside sirens. Could be for me. Could be for someone else. In this city, sirens are just background noise. I buy a burner phone, activate it, send one text to a number I memorized 6 months ago. A journalist, New York Times, investigative team. Check your encrypted email. Subject, final account. Password 709-B. You have 12 hours. Send. Then I smash the phone. Drop it in the trash. Bury it under coffee grounds and cigarette butts. Time to disappear. I'm about to walk out of this cafe. There are 3 exits. Front door, back alley. Fire escape through the bathroom window. I've got $8,000 cash. Fake ID I bought 2 years ago. Just in case. A ghost I need to vanish. But here's the question. Do you run or do you stay and watch the house burn? Because part of me wants to be there when the FBI raids Helios. When Richard gets walked out in handcuffs. When the news breaks. When everyone who called me paranoid realizes I was right. But the smarter part knows. Witnesses don't survive. What would you do? Comments. Now, I've got 60 seconds to decide. I choose the back alley. Smart choice. Survival choice. I'm out the door before the decision fully registers. The alley smells like rotting produce and motor oil. The dumpsters are overflowing. Rats the size of cats scatter as I pass. I walk 6 blocks. Get a cab. Tell them to drive to Oakland. I get out 3 blocks later. Get another cab. San Jose. Get out. Walk. This is how you disappear. Random movements. Break the pattern. Become noise in the data. I end up at a motel. Not the one from the beginning. A different one. Cheaper. Dirtier. This one smells like mildew, but it's $47 a night, and it doesn't ask for ID. I pay for 3 nights. Cash. The clerk doesn't look at me. Good. Motel 6, room 217. Where we started, I'm watching the news on my phone. CNN, breaking news banner. Federal agents raid Helios Capital Management Headquarters. CEO Richard Voss arrested on wire fraud charges. SEC alleges decade-long scheme involving payments to deceased co-founder. Estimated fraud, $547 million. The news anchor looks serious, concerned, like she cares about financial crime. She doesn't, but the ratings do. They show footage. Richard in handcuffs, being walked out of the building. His face is empty, no emotion. Accountant to the end. I should feel something. Victory, relief, justice. I feel nothing. It took 14 hours. The SEC moved faster than I expected. Turns out when you hand them a fully documented fraud case with source documents and a dead man switch, they move. The algorithm Thomas built? Turns out he left a back door. A kill switch. If activated, it dumps every internal record. Every email, every transaction, everything. I activated it at 11:47 p.m. last night, while Richard was sleeping, while they were planning my accident. I pull up my bank account, the real one, the one they don't know about, registered under a shell company in the Caymans, just like they taught me. Balance, $3,247,018. Richard wasn't lying about the severance. He just didn't know I'd already taken it, from the same offshore accounts they used to pay Thomas. Call it my final audit fee. Call it payment for services rendered. Call it the price of making me disappear. I close the laptop. The room goes dark. In accounting, the final account is simple. Assets minus liabilities. What you have minus what you owe. For most people, it's a number. For me, it's a choice. I stand. Pack my bag. Laptop. Charger. Fake passport. Cash. Checkout is in 4 hours, but I'm leaving now. That's rule 1. Never stay longer than necessary. I don't exist anymore. Marcus Webb died February 7th. Heart attack. Very tragic. Age 34. Too young. The obituary said so. The man in this motel room, he's someone else. Someone with a different name, different history, different final account. I walk to the door. Stop. You want to know what a human life is worth? In accounting terms? The IRS says $10 million. That's the statistical value of a life for cost-benefit analysis. What they use when calculating if a safety regulation is worth implementing. Insurance companies say $7.5 million. Average wrongful death settlement. What they pay when they've killed you and need to make it go away. But to Helios Capital, I was worth exactly 0. A liability to be written off, a line item to delete, a problem to solve with a forged death certificate and a quiet funeral. I open the door. Night air, cold, smells like rain coming. Turns out I was worth $547 million. That's what they'll pay in fines. Restitution, penalties, legal fees. I step outside. The motel sign flickers. Red, off, red, off. I've spent my whole life balancing other people's books, making their numbers clean, making their crimes look like business. I get in my car, used Honda Civic, bought cash 3 days ago, no plates yet. Now I'm the final account they can't reconcile, the ghost in their machine, the number that won't balance, the The transaction that keeps failing the audit. I start the engine, and that's worth more than any ledger could ever show. I drive into the night, headlights cutting through fog. The city disappears behind me. I don't look back. Ghosts don't look back. But here's the thing. I've got one more file. It's on my laptop. Encrypted. 4096-bit. Password protected. It's labeled Project ICARUS. It's bigger than Helios. Bigger than Richard. Bigger than anything I've shown you. It's the ledger they don't want you to see. The one that connects Wall Street to Washington. The one that shows you exactly how much your government costs. It's the final account of an entire system. And I'm the only one who has it. If this video reaches 5,000 likes, I'll open it. I'll show you everything. Every transaction, every name, every dollar, every lie. Tell me if you're ready to see how deep this goes. Tell me if you want to see the real final account. The choice is yours. Like, subscribe, comment Open ICARUS if you're ready. I'll be watching from the shadows, where ghosts belong.